Thank you for tuning in. If this is your first time joining us, welcome. We hope your experience is fruitful. Please feel free to visit our website to find out how you can join our growing family. While we are loading your experience, please do us a quick favor and hit that like button from whichever platform you're watching or listening on. Also, share so others may enjoy as well. And we hope you would consider hitting that subscribe or follow button so you can check out more of our amazing content. All right, let's start the show.
What's going on, everybody? What is going on? Welcome to the Daryl Walter Show. What's going on, everybody? Welcome. The last show of 2023. Come on in and welcome, everybody. Welcome to the show. Do me a huge favor. Click like, click share, show some hearts in the comment. Let me know that you are watching. Tell your friends. Tell your cousins, tell everybody, let them know, come on in. We have a lot to cover. We have a lot to talk about today, okay? The subject we're going to talk about, is it the lonely talking? We just going to get into that. And how y'all doing out there? How is everybody doing out there? Y'all having a good week? Y'all having an okay week? Almost good week? Chime on in. Let me know how you doing. Man. 2023 is almost over. We headed into a new year. So much is going on this week. First of all, let's just start off by just saying hello, everybody. Yeah, stay connected, tap in, everybody. Really quick, just want to say rest in peace to Andre Braugher, the intense actor who won an Emmy for Homicide and Life on the Street and demonstrated his range in comedy series Brooklyn Nine-Nine, died at the age of 61. And I remember him, listen, if you are a Law and Order SVU fan, then you already know. You already know he played Olivia's boss. Was it Olivia's boss? And he played another very interesting character. But rest in peace to him. Condolences to all of his friends and family, and also an icon in the LGBTQIA plus community to the Los Angelians. Rest in peace to Ivan Daniels, the third. We lost an icon. If any of you are from Los Angeles and you have gone out to a club of color for the LGBTQIA plus community. This man right here, and he's so much more than just the man who put on parties. He is a part of the landscape, the tapestry that is the Los Angeles Black LGBTQIA plus community. I met him on several occasions, and Ivan Daniels just reminds me, if the word legacy were to exist, I've learned and I realized that legacy is not just your children or what you're leaving behind, but it is each person that you touched, right? Each person that you affected, each person that you just made feel better. And I am definitely one of those people. I am a recipient of Ivan Daniels' legacy in terms of him just making me feel seen and making me feel like a better person. So rest in peace to Ivan Daniels, to all of his friends, all of his family, all the people out there. Condolences to everybody. All right. Let's just take a quick moment of silence for those who are now our ancestors. And Ashe. All right. Now let's get into what went viral. What a beautiful smile. That smile is in Ivan Daniels, a true gentleman, could fashion personify just a beautiful soul. I'm sure he is resting at peace. All right, what went viral? Let's start with the good. Oprah Winfrey was on the Sherri Shepard show, and Oprah has passed the baton to Sherri Shepard. Let's take a look at the clip.
Oprah, what does having this legacy mean to you?
Oh, Sherri, that's such a beautiful question. The word legacy, I just want to leave you all with this, is that when I came back from opening my school in South Africa, and I said to Maya, I said, the school's going to be my greatest legacy. Those girls are everything. And she said, you have no idea. You have no idea what your legacy is going to be. Because she said, your legacy is never one thing. It's every life you touch. And I passed that on to you because what Maya said to me that day in her kitchen, she said, it's every audience member who ever came from wherever they came from.
Yes.
And they sat in that audience and they had an experience and they went home and they decided, I'm going to do better. I'm going to get a better job. I'm going to leave my raggedy husband. I'm going to do whatever I need to do. It's every life you touch. So it's not one thing. So for me to be able to see you, to sit in the seat of your life on your own show with your name on it, it is the passing on.
Thank you so much.
It is the passing on.
So you officially passing the baton?
I'm passing the baton.
Now, bring me back up on screen, Kwame. Okay. Now, first, let me start off with the good. Congratulations to Sherri, okay, for that baton being passed to her from Oprah. But let me just say that Oprah didn't have no choice to pass it to anybody else. I'm saying what I said. She couldn't pass it to Tamron Hall. I love Tamron very dearly, but Tamron gets a little messy and gets a little too invasive, and she's a little dry. Neither could she pass it to Karamo. Bring Karamo up. I didn't want to do this, but since Oprah passed the baton, you see, she ain't been on nobody else's show. Now, Karamo, beautiful man. Beautiful man. Gorgeous. Love him dearly. Love him dearly. Right. But Karamo, and I just want to say, and this is no shade because I feel like I'm 1 degree separated from Karamo. I feel like I know somebody who knows him. I'm just going to say this with love. Ease up on the Botox. Just going to let go of the fillers a little bit. Anyways, Karamo is becoming like the next Maury. If you have seen his show, you need a Xanax, a blood pressure pill, and some Kleenex to get through it. That show, baby. Let me tell you, if you watch that show, by the end of it, you really have to gather yourself. Yes, he is. He moved on to another man. So Oprah couldn't pass the baton to him. And I support Karamo. He's the first black gay man on reality TV. He was on Queer as Folk, Got Us All Crying. But what he is giving us on this show, baby, it's paternity test. It's finding out who the pappy is. It's a lot. And I don't see Oprah passing the baton to him. You know who else Oprah can't pass the baton to? And I've been waiting to say this one. I was trying to be easy, but just going to bring her up. Going to bring her up. Oh, Jennifer. And I love Jennifer. Somebody says she can't read. She can read. She can read very well. It's just the show is boring. Am I the only one who thinks the show is boring? I tried. I really, really tried. I really tried. Baby, Karamo's guess will have you second guessing your whole entire life. And Jennifer, here's the thing. Jennifer can sing. She can act. I still don't think she sounded like Aretha Franklin. I don't know what movie y'all saw, but that's between you and God. The talk show ain't it. It ain't sis. And the only thing that's keeping me interested is this possible love interest with Common. That's it right there. Hopefully Common will have the Common effect on Jennifer and boost up her career. Because right now, the talk show is not giving what it's supposed to give. I can't take another duet. If I hear another duet, I'm going to cry me a river. No pun intended. I don't know. I just don't. Oprah wasn't passing the baton to Jennifer either. Dream Girls, EGOT and all. Love you dearly. The only person she could pass the baton to was Sherri Shepard. Hey, Queen. Hey, Dr. Holt. Hey, y'all. How y'all doing? I don't know if y'all seen these talk shows, but Sherri's the only one that's happy, positive. She lost that good weight and she's looking good. And her show is entertaining and she's funny. Karamo, take a shot of tequila and your blood pressure medication before you watch that show. It's a lot. It's just a lot. All right, let's move on. Okay, I'm out here in Vegas, y'all. I want y'all to plan your trips accordingly. So there's some residencies that's going to be starting next year. Listen, Sherri going to do what Sherri needs to do. We rooting for Sherri. She can't mess it up. She can't mess it up as bad as Wendy Bartholomew, whatever as Wendy did. Love her dearly, miss your girl, but you fumbled that bag, touching on people and snorting, allegedly. Anyway, let's move on. Las Vegas residencies. Okay, first we got Wu-Tang Clan. Wu-Tang Clan is going to be at the Virgin Hotel February 9th through the 10th and March 22nd through the 23rd. I'm excited for this one. I think it's been a long time coming. The perception and idea of residencies have changed. Thank you, Usher. Thank you, Beyonce, and thank you, Adele, and all these people just made residencies, put Vegas on the map. So this is going to be good. Also, we have New Edition. New Edition, bring them up. They going to be at the Wynn February 28th through March the 9th. I'm excited about that one too. I feel like they're going to do what's right. They're going to bring their A game. I really feel like even Bobby going to put his foot into it. He going to relax and get to exercising and come on stage. And lastly, we have Jodeci. Now, I love Jodeci. I come from that era. That is my time. I love Casey Down. Okay? And JoJo too. And Devontae and all of them. This is the one I'm nervous about. This is the one I don't know. I'm not sure about this one. Last time we seen big now Casey hanging on by a string and a thread. And from the looks of Diddy and what's going on and stuff, they best to stay quiet too, because they was around that time. So I don't know what done happened. But Casey done had several strokes. And JoJo, he liked the brown liquor a lot. Last time I see him, he was on a cane. So I don't know about this particular residency. I want to know what y'all think. Who y'all got your money on? Y'all see it? Do y'all not see it? Because I love Jodeci and I really want to support. Okay? But I feel like Casey is on his 10th life. And who was the one that was beating on Mary? That was KC. That was KC beating on Mary. That was a long time ago. That's the past. But I don't know if they're going to make it to this residency. Well, no, let's listen. Jodeci got their own residency at the House of Blues March 15th. It starts March 15th. We going to see. I don't know about this one. The other ones I do. But you know what? In all fairness, I'm rooting for Casey. Casey gave his life to the Lord. He had a gospel single wearing a nice double-breasted cream suit, I believe. We go, you know what? I'm rooting for them. We're going to just pray and believe they're going to make it. You know, I remember, Casey and JoJo were the first concert I seen. When I was a young lad, they were at the Universal Studios Auditorium. It was Casey and JoJo. It was Gerald Levert. Y'all don't know about that. And it was Kevon Edmonds. And let me just say, Casey and JoJo were drunk. Okay, they were tossed. They were more tossed than a salad at a sizzler. But let's move on from that. Let's get into it. Apostle Paula Price. Oof. Bring up her picture first of all. Make it big. I want y'all to see that bad eyeliner and then that heavy lipstick and that paparazzi jewelry. That's paparazzi jewelry. I know it when I see it. Anyways, let me start out by saying allegedly. So Kwame don't come for me. Apostle Paula Price recently went viral. Yes, for basically rebuking Carlton, Pearson, and the inclusionism. And trust me, you probably never will after this. She is 2 caskets ready. That eyebrow is taking me. Let's listen to what she has to say.
Curse that prince. I curse that prince. I rise up with my fire in the name of Jesus. And I curse the principalities and the spirits and the unclean powers associated with Carlton's work. That legacy dies and it doesn't revive. I don't care how many times I send forth the spirit of failure upon it. I put a stench on it. I unleash the stench on it that God has. I command the angels of destruction to come against that move and to destroy it by the Holy Ghost. I break the yoke. I command that hypnotic spirit that's trying to move it to cease and desist. I arrest the principality of inclusionism and Unitarianism and universalism. I arrest you by the Holy Ghost. I lasso you by the Spirit of truth, and I remand you to the abyss. Angels of God, move it from the place.
Wait a minute. What? I'm not picking my nose, I promise. Wait, it's that. You know what I heard at first? You know what I heard? I said a hop, a hippie to the hip hop, the hippie to the hip stop, rockin' to the bang bang boogie, the bang bang. I lasso you up. It was the lasso up in the spirit that really kind of took me home. That the lasso me up did it for me. I'm gonna say this in the nicest way because listen, we all have our cross to bear. But sometimes I struggle hearing stuff from people who are overweight. I mean, like not people who are over, but like preachers who are overweight. It's like, don't you kind of feel like, I'm trying to hear you. Here's the thing, okay? I can't even hear anything that she's saying. First of all, let's get past the Miss Tailored suit. That's too easy. We're not even going. Yep, it's there. Yep. Because Carlton Pearson said it himself. Most preachers, what they talk about most is more than likely the issue that they're dealing with. And also there is definitely a as we say in the church, a spirit of ego. Because who takes a whole banner of themselves inside of a church? Oh, let's get into a little more because I had to do my digging in my research to find out who she is. This is Prophet Apostle Paula A. Price, the chief apostle and founder of Prophetic Education, where they have different services. They offer ministry leadership coaching, executive leadership coaching, ministry marriage coaching. They offer one-on-one executive leadership training, spiritual covering, and guidance. You choose your server, and they're all prophets and apostles at this. Here's the thing with Van Lathan has been on Instagram talking about the Black church and how so much money is given to the Black church, yet there are no good Black resources, hospitals, funding, so many things that can be used in the church, And this lady seems like a lovely lady. And I'm sure deep down inside, she means well. I don't know how deep and I don't know where, and that's not for me to find out. But what I will say is it is hypocritical to rebuke one thing while you are operating in the thing which you are rebuking. You got a big picture of yourself behind it. We can't even see Jesus. If that's what you're preaching. I'm just gonna say this, and she's a lovely lady. She is. If we are matching. Woo! Yeah, listen. That big picture behind herself tells me everything that I need to know, baby. She is about herself. She was about her coin, and a lot of these church folk, okay, let's not forget church is business. See, I love y'all. I love everybody, okay? And some church people are going to see this and try to fight me on this. But at the end of the day, the church is the business, okay? And if she is making a living off the church, in my humble opinion, her reason for rebuking Carlton Pearson is to make sure she doesn't lose any money. Oh, come on now. You got to watch. You got to watch. It's still a business, baby. It's still a business. And a lot of these preachers who are making their decision to stand where they stand in regards to Carlton Pearson, a lot of people are on the fence because they don't want to lose the money. You lasso it up, torch it up, rebuke it all you want to, baby. Honey, that you need to take some of the money from that funding and get a good tailor. All that prophetic. Breathe, Daryl. We're going to get through this one, y'all. We're going to get through this one. Speaking of which, what we leaving in 2023? Let's go right there, baby. First of all, we leaving that orange suit and judgmental and bigoted people who call themselves Christian in 2023. Ooh, that felt so good to release. I'm sorry, Kwame. Allegedly. Just put allegedly. I'm going to get you in trouble. What else we leaving in 2023? Baby, we leaving Krishan and Blueface in 2023. Just leave them the hell in 2023. I don't know who. I'm so tired of we going to get to that. I'm so tired of them and they drama. Who the hell watching the kids? Have y'all thought about going back to school? Oh, and then we got Blueface on to another career executive producer. Play that clip. Play that clip. That mess. It's coming up. It was at the bottom. You see it, Kwame? I know it's... You'll find it. You'll find it. It's okay. We're going to play that clip. What else we leaving in 2023? We leaving the city girls in 2023. I thought about this one, and on period, they got to go. While you looking for that, bring up the picture of the city girls. JT and Carisha, please have a seat. Okay? And you know what? You know what sealed their fate? Diddy. He was over there, Carisha, sloshing around and lollygagging with Diddy, and look at you now. Can't make a comeback if you wanted to. And the album wasn't that great. It was okay. It was okay. But I don't see y'all going into 2024. I don't see it happening. Maybe I could be wrong. Somebody said leave Will and Jada in 20. Listen. Leave their asses behind too. You know who else we can leave behind? Saucy Santana. Bring up that picture. Baby, it's over. Just leave him behind, please. There's no more music. I can't take it anymore. Oh. And we done with it. And y'all don't need to see that Blueface clip because he's producing another show, trying to find the next Krishan. Whoever's going to apply for that is dumb as hell. Leave Saucy alone and in 2023. Saucy, you've been nice. I don't know, Dr. Holt. The only way he can go into 2024 is if he produces another hit. And from the looks of it, it ain't happening. So, girl, you on the chopping block right now, Saucy. Pray you give us something. Now, I don't know. Maybe you can wiggle your way into 2024, but now I don't know. I'd rather keep what's the boy's name? What's that boy's name? Bruno Mars? Not Bruno Mars. The dark-skinned boy. I can't think of his name right now. I'd rather keep him. Anyways, you know what else we leaving? Toxic friendships and relationships. This is how some of y'all look. Holding hands, but you neglected. Holding hands, but you controlling. Holding hands, but your friend is unreliable. Y'all stay in these friendships. Keep calling that person friends. You know they don't like you. You know you don't like them. You know they trifling. You know they extend nothing to you. They don't provide they don't provide emotional support. They don't call you when you need them. They owe you money. They don't be on your timeline. They don't be on your wavelength. They just be doing you any old kind of way. And your only response is, but that's my friend. But that's my sister. But that, you don't understand. Let that go. Let that go. Let that shit go. Okay? Honey, that friend don't never show up for you. Don't never call you and tell you why, give you all kinds of excuses, and you keep holding on to that friendship year after year after year talking about, but we've been friends since high school. And lastly, just like that toxic relationship, get rid of fake baby hairs. Bring up them fake baby hairs. Baby, you was 35, 55 years old, still combing and digging baby hairs out your scalp. Can we leave it in 2023? I love y'all. I'm not going to hate on your lace fronts. Hey, Michaela, I'm not going to hate on your stuff, but can we just let go of the baby hairs? It just be taking me out. They just be every which direction but coming. Yeah, let that go, baby. I'm talking to you. Jesus, it just stresses me out so much. Like, why? I don't understand why. Anyways, leave them long eyelashes alone. Y'all keep pricking your eyes. Y'all look like you're about to fly away to Cancun. But that's not my business. So here's what we're going to do. Y'all tap in the comments. Let me know what you're leaving in 2023. And when we come back, we're going to talk about it. Is it the lonely talking? I'll see y'all in a few moments.
In a world filled with diversity, where radical faith and progressive believers come together, there's a place that's breaking all boundaries and embracing believers from all walks of life. Bullet and Flight Radio, where believers unite, boundaries break, and love triumphs.
Oh, Kwame, the commercial is so nice. It's so professional and just so beautiful. Merry Christmas, everyone. Yes, I love it. I love it. And huge shout out to Pyro Media Network. Huge shout out to Samuel. Huge shout out to my listeners, Bullet in Flight Radio. Huge shout out to Dominique. Huge shout out to y'all. Thank y'all for following and listening. Y'all make sure you just keep listening and tuning in. Whew. Okay, let's get into it. Wasn't it beautiful? It was just so nice. Okay, let's talk, y'all. Listen. It's the last show before the end of the year. I won't see y'all till 2024. Okay? And I was sitting here thinking to myself, what am I going to say? What am I going to say to the people until next year? And this song came to me. This song came to me. It's a Whitney Houston song. You know, sometimes, just a little FYI, Whitney speaks to me. Whitney Houston, that's what I'm talking about. Sometimes a song will come on, or a song will come on, and something will say, "Okay, Whitney, I hear you." Like Whitney's giving me the okay. So recently, this song came on in my head, and some of y'all may remember it. But the song just says, "Are you really ready for love, boy? Or is it just the lonely talking?" What is it? Talking again. And she said, "Are you really?" Right. So then I kept playing that song. I'm like, why that song keep coming to me? Are you really ready for love? Or is it just the lonely talking again? And it just hit me in that moment. You got to decide. You have to make a decision. Listen, I know that there are many of you going into the holiday season, okay? You're going to let loose. You're going to have some cocktails. You're going to go to the party. You're going to get phone calls. You're going to do a lot. You're going to relax and let your hair down and say la vie, do whatever. But I want to present to you a question just to ask yourself. Because see, in the song, "Is It the Lonely Talking?" Whitney Houston is talking to this man, to this person. And she says, "Are you really ready for love, boy? Or is it just the lonely talking again?" What am I saying? Before you go and open your legs, if somebody, come on now, okay, don't go ooh on me now. Before you go to pick up that cake, before you go to that friend's house, before you pick up the phone and call that boo, ask yourself, is this what I really want, or is this the lonely part of me talking? I realize for some of you, okay, because I want to break down the song, y'all. In the first verse, she just says, "It's the second time around." For some of y'all, you've been in this position before. You're going into the new year. You said you're going to lose weight. You said you're going to start the business. You said you're going to quit whatever it is that you're doing. You said that you're going to start, I don't know, a spiritual program. You said you're going to put down the sugar. You said you're going to, stop kicking it with homeboy. But I want to say and present to you, what do the lonely hearts do at Christmas? What are the choices that you make as you go into this season? I almost feel like your brother, your cousin, your uncle, your friend at the side just saying, "Friend, I know you're going to the party. Friend, I know you got his phone number. Friend, I know you got options." But is it the lonely talking this time? Or is this really what you want? What I want to encourage all of you out there is that your decisions that you are making going into this holiday season are not just seasons for the right now, but they are decisions going into your 2024. Yeah. So decide, is it really what you want, or is it the lonely talking? Is it really what you want, or is it the desperation talking? Is it really what you want, or is it the sadness talking? Is it really what you want, or is it the greed talking? Is it really what you want, or is it the fear of missing out talking? Who am I talking to on this Daryl Walter show, the last one going into 2024? I'm here to remind you, encourage many of you that you are so much more than your circumstance, that you are so much more than what you've been through, and that in this holiday season going into the new year, that the decisions that you make, the choices that you make should not be made based off of who you were, but based off of who you are and who you are becoming. So again, I ask you, are you really ready for love? Are you really ready for the blessing? Are you really ready for the breakthrough? Are you really ready for the next level? Are you really ready for evolution? Are you really ready to be the best version of yourself? Or is it the lonely talking? Just a food for thought going into the holiday, and I'm talking to myself. Because so many times around the holidays, I made decisions out of loneliness. I made decisions because I felt like nobody would be there for me. I made decisions based off of who I thought I was, not based off of who I am and who I am becoming. Many of you are at a crossroad, and that's who I'm talking to today. I'm talking to you that are at a crossroad of who you were and who you are becoming. And the thing about it is, Whitney Houston, let me tell you the line that got me. This song, I don't know why this song blessed me this year, but this song got to me, right? Because in the line, I'm finding it right here. She says, but something tells me it's heading for heartbreak, right? It's the second time around, and believe me, it's confusing me. I'm afraid to say let's make up and all is forgiven, but something's telling me it's heading for heartbreak. That's the line that got me. We going into the holiday season and into the new year. And if I can just help one person, that decision you're about to make, that choice that you're about to make, you already know it's wrong. You already know it's off. You already know it's going to lead you to heartbreak. This is just my reminder to choose based off of who you are and not based off of who you were. Ask yourself, is it the lonely talking? Who is this making this decision? That's some of the tools I use for myself. Am I really deciding to go this direction or go with this person because I want to? Or is it out of desperation? Is it out of loneliness? Is it out of the feeling of being needed? Is it out of boredom? Are you making the decision because this is really what you want for who you are? Or again, is it the lonely talking? I hope I'm helping somebody. I'm just saying. You know what? Let's do this. I want to play this clip from Carlton Pearson. I was going to use it as a closeout, but let's play the clip, Kwame, put it on full screen, and then bring me back, and then we'll close out.
So Christians say to me, so Bishop, are you telling me that I can do anything I want to do and still go to heaven? And I say, first of all, what do you want to do? Let's start right there. And why aren't you doing it? Because you love God or you're afraid of God? You love heaven or you're afraid of hell? What is our motivation? You should ask you. I had to ask myself. You know, I lived a certain way of holiness. I was afraid of God. I was really more afraid of losing my anointing. Because I was told if you sin, you'll lose it. I was just as lustful and angry and critical and competitive and as any other human being. My last conversation with Oral Roberts, 3.5 hours, he basically said that he thought people who are gay are born that way. They don't catch it like a disease. I said, based on what scripture? And I quoted, I was born in sin and shame. Yeah, that was back before I changed consciousness. He said, yeah, that's it. Because he said, I tried my best to get my son delivered. It broke my heart when my associate said, can you help me? Pray. I don't want to die. So I went with oil. But he'd been prayed for before for him to be delivered from his sexuality. That's what he was saying. Set me free. Because evidently God's angry at me and I'm unjust. See, I don't believe right and wrong as much as I believe in ideas, gestures, actions, choices with consequences. Consequencia. With sequence. A sequence is that which follows. Eat too much sugar, too much salt, not enough rest. God didn't put AIDS on nobody. God didn't put sugar diabetes on anybody. God didn't put cancer on anybody. We, in our own ways, if you have sex without protection, carelessly, regularly, you could get any kind of disease because people are careless. Everything done in moderation. I tell preachers, and I've said, and I'm not justifying adultery, but I have a lot of preacher friends, and I've known them for 40 years, that they just ain't gonna do right. When it comes to sticking with their wife. I said, listen, guys, I cannot stop you from doing what you do in the dark. But at least use discretion. Don't be so careless and rude and arrogant. You break your wife's heart, the family's heart. You tear up the church. Y'all's agape is sloppy. Now, I'm not justifying it, but I know you can't stop people from doing what they're going to do. Brothers got to have it, you know, so they. And see, in the animal world, it is the male gender. It is one stallion and a bunch of mares, one bull and a bunch of heifers, one rooster and a bunch of hens. It is the lion that has the long hair, not the lioness. Nature seems to suggest that the male gets to be polygamous. I'm not saying that's right. Men subconsciously look at nature. And now women are starting to get, they don't call them harems, but these young women are now getting, these older women are now getting young guys. 10 years younger, 20 years.
Cougars.
Cougars, yeah. All the things we used to make y'all do, y'all making us do. It's true in the guys. We all struggle with our appetites. Food and sex are the two strongest passions we have. We don't deal with it properly, and that's why we have excess of a lot of things, because we don't know how to handle with our appetites.
That's it in a nutshell, y'all. My point, and everything I want to say to you all, it's not about what you choose to do, because what you choose to do should make you happy. But it is about what you choose to do to make you happy. When you go into the holiday season, going into New Year's, just think about every choice that you're making. And it's not about sex. It's not about your companionship or who you're dating. I'm talking about all areas of your life. You don't have to go to that family member's house if you don't want to. You don't have to call that person on Christmas Day if it's not going to benefit and be the best of you. You can hang out with that friend that everybody else doesn't want to. But again, make the choices, not from the lonely heart, but from your new heart, from who you are. That's it. That's all. Listen, until next year, y'all, if you have a vision, if you have a dream, make it come true and see it through, y'all. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. To all my people celebrating Hanukkah and Kwanzaa, and we'll call it Kwanzaa for all the people out there. And Happy New Year. And until then, y'all, I will see y'all next year. Peace.